Okay, it is noon, so we are going to get started. Welcome and thank you for coming. This is a webinar. Your cameras are off and you are muted. If you have any questions, you can type them in the chat box or the Q&A, or you can raise your hand and we can invite you to come off mute and ask your questions. We're doing this webinar series as part as a grant from the ARC US, AT&T, and the ARC of San Francisco. The curriculum we are using today was developed by them. This webinar will be recorded and posted online. So today's agenda is what is digital citizenship, digital habits, online misinformation, and digital footprint and review of online tips. What is digital citizenship? Man, I cannot say that word really fast. Being respectful and kind in online interactions, using technology responsibly, being safe online. Just like you can be a citizen in a country, state, or a city, you can also be a citizen of the websites and places where you go online. It is important to be a good digital citizen. This means that you need to be respectful, kind with any online interactions you may have. It is sometimes easy to forget that there are real people on the other side of the screen. People with real feelings who deserve kindness and respect. You should never say cruel or unkind things to or about people when you are online. If you would not say it to someone's face to face, then you should not post about it on social media. People get into fights on the internet all the time. It's okay to disagree with someone or see things differently than they do, but arguing about it online is not going to be a good use of your time. Being a good digital citizen also means using technology responsibly. Technology is great at connecting people, helping us learn, and keeping us entertained. It, but it's important to take breaks and spend time doing other things that you enjoy. Get outside and enjoy the weather, have a conversation with a friend in person, or go out to eat with family members. Spending too much time, I read that out of whack, on screen can be bad for your health, which is true. Being a good digital citizen also means being safety or being safe. We have spent the last few weeks talking about the importance of online safety and how to stay safe online. We will do a review of some of our favorite tips at the end of this presentation.
Thanks, Sean. And I just add to what you were talking about it's not a good use of your time to argue with people on the internet. I think right now, especially people on Facebook, Instagram, whatever social media you may use, a lot of times people get in arguments about politics. I think that it is important to be engaged in politics and to pay attention to what's happening. I think it's okay to disagree with people, but you're never going to really change anybody's mind if you're having an argument on social media, right? It's just a waste of your time. More likely than not, um, they're not going to be listening to you. They're just going to be thinking about what they want to respond with, and it's just going to upset you, right? I deleted my Facebook years ago because I found that I would just see things and get so upset that um, people would say certain things. And so it really, like, getting rid of my social media has been really great for my mental health. But it's okay, all that to say, it's okay to disagree with people, but you need to do it respectfully and preferably offline.
Be mindful of how you use social media. Take breaks from social media and your devices. Take note of how social media makes you feel. Social media can be a great platform for connecting with others, but it's important to be mindful on how you use it. Take breaks from social media and your devices is really important. Extended use of your devices can be harmful to your health. Take some time away from your devices to clear your head. Send spending too much time on let me do that again. Spending too much time in front of screens can cause eye strain, poor posture, disruption in your sleep patterns, reduced attention span, and increased anxiety or depression. Take note of how social media makes you feel. If you feel yourself stressed, angry, upset, or anxious, then it is time to log off and take a break. Sometimes you can get caught in a doom scroll where you keep scrolling even though it makes you feel bad. It's always good to take a break because if this is right, because you can get depression and anxiety. I take a break a lot when I'm at home. I put my phone down and I play some video games. Or when it's nice out and not raining, I would go outside and sit. Everybody
An
has differences.
Another thing that you do, Sean, when you take breaks is you work on your basement, right?
Oh,
So
yeah.
doing like an activity with your hands, and that can be a craft or um, a construction project or an art project. But doing gardening, doing something with your hands can be a really great way to kind of log off too.
Set time limits. Do things offline. Create screen-free time and create screen-free times and zones. I am messing all this up today. Use the settings on your device to help you focus. If you want to spend some time on social media like Facebook or TikTok, which my girlfriend loves TikTok, set timer. I think I'm going to have to try and do that. Set her a timer because she's always making videos. Um, when the timer goes off, it is time for you to log off. You can also set time limits. for different apps on your smartphone, or if you don't have a smartphone or whatever phone you have. You make sure you are still doing things offline. Take time to do a craft, read a book, talk to a friend, go for a walk, watch a movie, or whatever you like to do in your free time off of your device. When you are at work, dinner with friends or family, or doing something with people, put your phones down. Enjoy the company and people who are around you. If you have to use your phone or laptop for work, school, or to focus on something, you can set up focus time. Use do not disturb or other things that you can help you stay focused on the task at hand.
Yeah, and I think something that I would add, especially about kind of using the settings on your device to help you focus or using those time limits. I work a job where I'm on a laptop for the majority of my day. And if I'm working on a certain project or something that I really want to be able to be focused on, I can actually set my computer to do not disturb so that if I get an email or if I get a like instant message from one of my coworkers, it doesn't pop up in the middle in the corner of my laptop because those notifications can sometimes be really distracting because you're in the middle of focusing on something and you see, oh, I wonder what Sean has to say. And then you've taken your attention off that and you bounce to the other thing. So using those types of things can really, really help you limit kind of your screen time, the amount of time you're using your phones. Other things, you can actually set time limits. If you have an iPhone, I assume it's the same for Android. You can go in and say, "Hey, I only want to be allowed to open the Instagram app for 30 minutes a day." And so then what will happen is if you're on Instagram, first you'll get a notification saying 5 minutes left, and then it will say you're you've exceeded your time limit. You of course can click continue and still scroll through Instagram, but it's that kind of breaking up that scroll that makes you think, wow, I can't believe I just used 30 minutes of my day staring at my phone. So there's a lot of really cool little tricks like that. I would encourage you all to kind of explore if limiting your screen time is something that you're interested in, which I think is, especially as we're getting towards the warmer weather and there's just so many fun things to do outdoors. I would encourage you to kind of explore what ways you can limit the time that you spend on your phones.
So this one I didn't never listen to. I always used to write on other people's posts. So think before you post. Um, consider other perspectives. Meet in person when having a difficult conversation. Post positive and kind comments.
Yeah, so I mean, when you're interacting with folks on social media, think of it the same. You wouldn't want someone coming onto your Facebook page and saying mean things to you or disagreeing with you all the time, right? You would want people to be kind because it doesn't feel good when people say bad things about you. So you should also be kind to others on social media. You never know who's going to read what you write. So always think about it before you decide to post something and be open to kind of consider other perspectives and um, explore what that person might be thinking, right? Put yourself in their shoes. Um, and then, yeah, like Sean said, If you're going to have a difficult conversation, it's best to take that offline and meet in person because then you can have that human connection.
Always look for sources to back up anything you read online. When reading something online, look at who the information is coming from. Social media is not the best place to look for information. If you do read something on social media, make sure to verify it through official sources.
This is especially important now in the time of AI, right? AI can sometimes seem really realistic. So if you ever see something that you think, oh, that can't be true, even if it's a video of someone saying something, like even if it's a video of the president or the king of England or someone who it looks real, you can look that up, right? There's a lot of, it'd be really easy to do a Google search, like, did the president really say this? Did this really happen? Um, there, when I got tricked by an AI video a few months ago, there was this adorable video of a bunch of baby bears who like climbed up onto a trampoline and started jumping and playing on the trampoline. And because it was something that I wanted to be true, because I thought it was really pretty adorable, I believed it for a second before I thought that's probably not real. And so I looked it up and verified, and it wasn't. It was something that a computer had made. So just always be vigilant, just like when Sean was talking last week about being skeptical, like not trusting everything right away if you're doing online dating or if someone sends you an email saying you just won $1,000. Be skeptical, do your research, use reputable sources, um, and really try to verify that stuff is true, especially before you like post or repost it, because things can spread, lies can spread so quickly, even if you didn't know that it wasn't true. So, really be careful about spreading things that are AI or not true and take some time to really look up, right?
Yeah,
Uh,
yeah, sorry.
no, go ahead, Sean.
That's even for those I've even gotten even emails or texts saying that you want a free trip.
Yeah.
That goes for those too.
Yeah. Always, even though it would be great if it was real, and sometimes we wish, right, that the baby bears really did jump on the trampoline or that you really did win a trip to Bermuda, um, you have to be skeptical because you don't want to contribute to misinformation and you don't want to fall victim to a scam. The other thing, the other bullet point, the second one here, when reading something online, look at who the information is coming from. If you see a Facebook post that says, drinking soda is excellent for your health, the best thing you can do is drink soda, but then you look at it and it's posted by Coca-Cola, that they might have a reason for posting that, right? They might just be wanting you to buy their soda. So again, kind of approaching things with skepticism, like why did this person who posted this post this? What were they trying to do? Are they just trying to get a reaction out of people? You know, that's the other thing now on social media. People can get paid. It's called monetizing it. So they get paid money for how many times someone interacts or likes or comments on a post that they make. So sometimes people just say really outrageous or offensive or mean things because they know it's going to generate a lot of interactions and it's going to make them money. So always look at who's posting it and kind of ask yourself, why would they post this? Do they have some sort of other reason? Are they just trying to get me to buy something that's going to benefit them? Are they trying to get me to just interact with their post and start a fight? Um, All of those are things to keep in mind.
Information you share on purpose. Information that you or that is collected about websites, location, or things you search online. Don't post anything you wouldn't want your boss, grandma, that's a good one, grandma, or staff to see. Your digital footprint is the trail of data or information that you leave behind when you use the internet. This includes, or my mind is like running way faster than I'm reading.
Do you need to
Um,
take a break and want me to take over for a bit, or are you good?
no, I'm good.
Okay.
It's just going faster than I'm reading. Um, this includes information you share on purpose, like a post about where you work or who your favorite sports team is, but it also includes information that is collected without your direct input. The internet tracks what websites you go to, what you search for online, and even your location if you allow location tracking. If you ever see an ad for something that you were just searching for online, this is because your digital footprint is being used to send you ads for things you're more likely to buy. Well, that explains why I have a lot of different companies sending me things for movies because
Yeah.
I'm always buying movies online. So that's the reason. It's important to know that once something is posted on the internet, it's there forever, even if you delete a post. It's impossible it's impossible. Oh, no, sorry. It's possible for someone, I'm not getting that in my head.
So even if you delete something, it's possible that someone could have taken like a picture of it or saved it or a screenshot of it. And so even if you delete it, they still have the original post on their phone.
Thanks for saying that. I
Yep.
couldn't get it out. Don't post anything unless you are comfortable with the whole world seeing it. If you share everything about yourself online, you have a big digital footprint. This can make you a target for scammers and identity theft, as well as cyberbullying. Not everything needs to be online. That is true.
Yeah. And I think, back when we talked about passwords too, we talked about making sure that it's not something that people can easily guess, right? But if everyone knows that you consider yourself the number one Colts fan of the world, they might guess that your password might be Colts fan number one. Or if everyone knows um, the first car you ever drove, right? They might be able to answer some of your security questions and hack into your accounts that way. Or going back to the Colts fan example, someone might realize, oh, this person is really, really crazy about the Colts. They post about the Colts 15 times a day. I bet if I pretended to be a football player on the team, they would send me money. I bet if I offered them free tickets, they'd give me their bank account information, right? So it's sad that you have to be so alert to that. because there just are some really, really unkind people in the world. But keeping your digital footprint smaller helps protect you from that. So that's just something to be aware of. The other thing as well is you can check, and I believe we're going to talk a little bit about this later on, so I won't go too deep into it, but you can set preferences so that you can control who sees your posts. Um, Generally, it's best to only let people who you are friends with see your posts. Um, there's no reason that someone across the country who you've never met before and likely will never meet in real life needs to see a picture of what you ate for dinner last night, right? It can be really fun to connect and share that kind of stuff with your friends, but keep your privacy settings to private and only add people who you really know in real life.
Right. So since we've been sitting here, I've gotten four spam texts. So ignore those spam texts.
Yes, just delete them.
And this is a very good one too. So sometimes do not ever share your password with others. You might get a text on your phone that says, "Hey, your Facebook, someone is requesting your Facebook password." Don't do it because that's a scam. Because if you didn't do that, then someone is trying to get your information so they can hack your Facebook or whatever they want in your phone. Um, be wary of suspicious emails and texts. If someone you know sends you a suspicious message, verify with them in person or over a phone call to see if it was really them that sent you the message.
So, an example of this is if I ever got a text from an unknown number and it said, "Hey, it's Sean. Can you send me $20? I can't get an Uber for work." Right? I would call Sean. I would call the number that I have for Sean to say, "Hey, was that really you who sent me that text message?" Right? Verify. I wouldn't just blindly send it because first of all, these webinars that Sean and I do are on YouTube. They're on the internet. So people know that Sean and I work together. They know that Sean and I are friends. So it would be really easy for someone to try to scam me that way by pretending that they're Sean and they need help. So if that were the case, I would try to call Sean's phone number. I have some other people who are close to Sean who I know who I could call and say, "Hey, have you heard from Sean? I think he might need a ride to work." I could even get in my car and just drive to Sean's house, see if he's really there, needs a ride to work. So always verify with them because that would be really strange. That would be a strange text message for me to get from an unknown number. Thanks for letting me use you as an example, Sean.
Oh, no problem. Tips for to recognize scams. Have you heard of the person or organization? Can you tell who the email is from? Does the email have mistakes? Are they asking for your information? Are they trying to rush you into a quick action? Is it too good to be true? Do's and don'ts to avoid scams. Don'ts. Give up any personal information. Rely on or engage with a fraudster. Click any links or buttons. Don't or download any files or attachments. Do be skeptical. Read emails carefully. Look up information on your own. So look up or read emails carefully. So sometimes we get here at work, we get emails that are fictitious, that are not real from either our CEO or someone in charge, and it looks real. It looks like from the actual person. And then I don't click on it. I go and ask. Because here there's been a lot of times that the emails have come through and they've been fake. Even from FSSA, they've gotten hacked and we got emails from them.
Yeah. And I think that's such a good point, Sean, is that if you're skeptical, even if you've read the emails carefully, you've tried to look up the information on your own, if you still just don't know if that's real or not, you can always ask someone who you trust to help you figure it out, right? You can ask a friend, you can ask a manager at work, you can ask your case manager, or if you have a guardian or a family member who you're really close with, there's always people who you can reach out to who'd be more than happy to help you figure out if something is real or not.
Careful what you post. Don't share your home address on your social media page. Don't share your phone number. Never allow someone else to access your personal accounts. Be wary of fake notifications to change your password. These can be used to take over your account. What you post may not just affect you. Ask before you post a picture of someone you know.
And I think that's a great point too, especially if you're going to be posting pictures of someone's children, right? So I have four nieces and nephews who I love so dearly. But if I'm going to post a picture of me with them on my Instagram page, I always check with my sisters first, like, hey, do you care if I share this picture? Because it's just the respectful thing to do. And now that Nora's getting older, now I just check directly with her, right? She's 12. So I ask her, hey, do you care if I post this picture so my friends can see it? So anytime you're posting a picture of someone else besides you onto your social media, it's best to ask for their permission.
All of the information we have presented in this webinar is also available through online modules. You can access the modules through this website. I'm not going to say all that.
Yeah, so it's att.digitallearn.org. And so all of the curriculum that we presented to you over the past few weeks has all, like Sean mentioned at the top of this was designed with a partnership between AT&T, the Arc of the United States, and the Arc of San Francisco. And so we've been so happy to do this webinar series with you all to kind of walk through, starting at the very beginning with the basics of what is a computer mouse, what is a keyboard, how do you open and save a document. But all of that information is also available as a module. So if you ever want a refresher, if you ever want to go through the modules yourself, you can access those all at att.digitallearn.org. Also, all of the webinars that we have done have been recorded and are posted to the Arc of Indiana's YouTube page, and also linked to our website, which is arcind.org. And I want to kind of just do a quick review of everything that we've covered in this webinar series. I cannot believe that this is the last one of the series. But we started with computer basics, getting started, navigating websites and basic search. We talked about knowing your computer. So we did a session all about PCs and Windows 10. We also did a series about Mac and the iOS operating system. We talked about understanding passwords and virtual meetings, navigating email. We talked about mobile phones, smartphones. So we had an Android session as well as an iPhone session. We talked about avoiding frauds and scams, staying safe online, avoiding relationship scams and exploitation. And then today we kind of wrapped it all up with just a little bit of information about how to be a good digital citizen. The internet is a really, really cool place. There's a lot of really cool stuff to learn from it. There is unfortunately some bad stuff on the internet too. So making sure that you're contributing to the positivity, the kindness on the internet, that you're staying on secure websites. And remember, those secure websites are the ones that have the HTTPS in front of them. You usually have a green check mark showing you that the website is secure, just being safe online. So, really, really appreciate you all for participating in this session. I know we did wrap up a little bit early today, but Sean's going to close us out with an overview of what we've talked about today.
All right, so congratulations on what you've learned this whole series. So today you have learned what is digital citizenship, digital habits, online misinformation, digital footprint, and review online tips or safety tips. So congratulations, everybody. And does anybody have any questions?
Well, I just want to thank everyone again. Those of you who are on today and those of you who are watching at a later time. Anyone who spent some time with us in this webinar series, I really appreciate you. I hope you've learned something from it. I hope you will take what you've learned and put it to practice in your life and share it with other people who you care about and want to keep safe online. If you have any other questions that you think of at a later time, you don't hesitate to reach out to us. You can call us, you can email us. All the information about how to get in contact with us is on our website, which again is arcind.org. And I want to kind of close it out by giving a huge thank you to Sean for leading this series and doing such a good job of moderating these discussions and walking us through the information.
Thanks, everybody.
All right. Thank you, everyone.